Need Ben right off the way. We're gonna get started, Chris. Hi, everybody. We're gonna get started. 6 o'clock. Yeah. So start off the night. We'll start the workshop. So everybody get a chance to look at the budget modifications.
Yes.
Tyler, you good? All right. Any questions? So I know there was a bunch of them. So, yeah. All right. Public hearing for the short-term rental law, local law. We had a workshop last Thursday. We're gonna fine tune a few things that were involved in it. So technically tonight we're not gonna have any more public comment. We're just gonna shut it down. Because when we rewrite it, some of the parts, we have to redo it again and have another public hearing. So give everybody a chance to look at the new version, and we'll make sure when we write it that we put the color of the new one in so everybody knows where it is, what's changed. So when we get to the short-term rental part, if anybody still wants to send in any emails and like that, you're more than welcome. But until we rewrite some of the stuff and have Ben look at it, we're gonna just shut it down for now. Next is add funds to the employee benefit accruement liability reserve fund. Usually we do this every year just to make sure that account is pretty good for the people that retire every year, to make sure that all their benefits and stuff are taken care of. So this year we're gonna add another 50,000 into it, so it should be pretty good. We have a bunch of highway guys in the next couple years going to retire, so we got to be prepared with that. So, which goes into the next two, discussion on park construction and repair reserve fund. This year we had the New York State auditors come just to do a quick overview of what the town has. And one of their suggestions is our fund balance. We have a lot in the fund balance. So they recommend that we put them in reserves as like earmarking it. So one of the things that I'd like to do is make a reserve for the park and the stuff that has to be repaired there, and in future plans, because our park is one of the most busiest parks. If you drive down there throughout the day, there's always somebody there. So we'd like to keep it up nice and maybe repair some of the buildings in the next couple of years. Then we also have another reserve fund. It would town hall construction repair fund. The town hall isn't very bad right now, but we're not really prepared if something big broke. So I'd like to have a construction repair fund also for the town hall, that we put money away so many years, and if we had to do major construction, or even if we wanted to make an addition down the road, that we had a reserve to take money out of instead of trying to take it out of the budget. And this would also help with the fund balance of being able to say that we have money earmarked for those certain projects. So that's not something that we're going to vote on tonight. It's just a discussion that we want to have before, it starts getting closer to the end of the year and we start earmarking this money more. So anybody have any questions on that?
I'm in favor of it, Mike. I think it's a good idea to prepare for something. I think it's a good idea to put more into the truck fund as well.
Yep.
About that. I think this should become kind of like a yearly thing. We should think of a number that every year we'll put in $50,000 into each of these funds or whatever it is, especially because we have so much.
Right. So 80 something, 89. It's on the
Blackout.
plaque outside. All right. Next is cell tower agreement. So me and Peter did a little bit of work on this. So talking with the cell tower company that runs it for us, Crown Castle. They want to do a different license for Verizon. So in the paperwork, it kind of looked like that they wanted to put three new towers or three new antennas on the tower. And then talking with her more, she said, no, that's not the case. It's just a license for Verizon. So they are going to pay us for this. One of our thoughts right off the bat was maybe we should ask for a little bit of money. So Peter did some research with other cell towers in the county and what they get. And our cell tower is probably one of the most expensive cell towers that there is. We actually make pretty good money on it. So right now we make $89,000 a year on our cell tower, and they're going to add, as of December 1st, 5,100 more. So it would bump it up to 94,100. So it would be an extra $425 a month. So, like I said, talking with Peter and some of the county, we think that's a good number. I don't think we should try and squeeze a little bit more out of them. They've actually been pretty good to us, and we do have a lot of money there. So, we'll, if everybody's okay, or if anybody has any questions about it.
By all accounts, it's actually kind of unusual that they add money to it as the landlord, that we're the landlord, but as their property, they're under no obligation to pay us more because they're maintaining the tower and taking care of everything. And yet they're still adding money. And like I said, conversations that I've had is that we've done pretty well on the lease. So to push them at all might put a bad taste in their mouth when I think we're already, we don't want to mess with the goose. The goose is laying the golden egg.
Yes. Jim, you got it? No? Tyler, any questions? No? All right, next is dog control contract with the Humane Society of Middletown. Vicky has had an over a lot of dogs this year over the summer. So overabundance of dogs. So, and we've been turned away from the two contracts that we've had already because they are full. We have one through Walden and Port Jervis, and so Vicky is scrambling to try and get rid of these dogs or have them in a shelter for a little while until the owners take them back. So she did come across this Humane Society in Middletown that was willing to give us a contract. Then looked at it. Everything seems to be good with it, just like the other contracts. So we'll be voting on that tonight. So to make sure all these dogs are taken care of. Oh, you didn't? Well,
You want to approve it subject then?
yeah, we'll approve because like it pretty much exactly the way it was before.
Yeah.
The other ones.
Right.
So, all right. Any questions on that? All right. So we'll start the business meeting with Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So the first thing after the business meeting is the continuation of the public hearing, which, like I said, we're gonna rewrite it anyway and send it back out. So we'll have another public hearing. So can I get a motion to close it for now?
Motion to close the public hearing for the short-term rental law.
Motion by John Roofer,
Second.
second by Peter Goodman. All in favor? And like I said, anybody that still wants to email or you have somebody, I know we got about 10 in the last week or so. More than welcome to still email me something, and we keep it on file anyway. And I send it to everybody anyway. So, all right, next is public comment 3 minutes each individual, 30-minute max for anything regarding the work session. So anybody have anything? Go ahead. Yep. Sure. She-
Shelter in all of It's Elizabeth. We don't have a shelter in all of Mamakating,
Nope. Nope.
but remember when, what were they, like councilmen or something that came here to one meeting, kind of took
Legislators.
it over?
They were county legislators.
Okay, Terry,
Bernardo. Yeah.
right. She said there was monies for that.
Yes. And
Oh.
we're actually looking into doing our own.
Oh, we are.
Yes, we just talked about it, and I was going to have Tyler bring it up in committees.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but that would be something way out. That's why we're going to go for a contract with Middletown.
Well, yeah, it's something that we'd have to build, so it'll take a little time, but we're hoping to get it done next year.
And it would just be for dogs, or is it like a shelter that would be
Nope,
for,
just dogs.
what are you prejudiced towards those cats?
It's gonna sound a little like a dog storage facility, basically.
Yeah, we don't have anything for cats.
No, I know you have nothing for cats. I
Yeah.
know it.
Sorry. Okay, anybody else? No, nobody? Brittany, you have anybody on anything for the work session?
I don't.
Okay. Highway Superintendent Report. Tom's here.
Good evening, everybody. Just a few quick notes. Crews have been busy a few days a week working with Tree Innovations on downing and clearing dead trees in our right of ways. We have 6 full days left until we have expended the money set aside for tree work. We're at about 2 days a week pace. Crews are prepping for winter operations, putting trucks together. Because that's possibly going to be the end of this week, our first little bit of winter weather. And then the last thing I have is that the Western Star single axle is in. It's down at Amthor's and Gardner. Should be ready in a few weeks. They've just got to wait for the plow to come in and a few last attachments that they put on the truck they've got to do. And the top kick, which is the Chevy 6500 from Rob Green's, should be in around the same time. It's currently up in the paint booth at Robert Green's. That is it. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, where did you say it was?
Which one?
Which one?
The top kick?
Rob Green's.
Robert Green.
Okay.
Oh, in the paint booth at Robert Green's.
Paint
He's-
booth,
It's
okay.
okay. Yep.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom, one more question. How is the tree work coming along? Is it worth our while, or we need to put more into it next year? What you know?
We need to put more into it. It's worthwhile.
Yeah.
I have no time, no problem scheduling an end to what we've got going on. And I think anybody that can manage a schedule book could do the same, and you could find months and months worth of tree work. So yeah, no, I would definitely say if it's possible,
Yeah, every road that we go down, we find something.
if there's only, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and once it's all done, if you look up, you're gonna see just that one more. So yeah, definitely a great idea. And if we can expend a little bit more next year, if that's a plan possibility, I would be all in favor of it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Jim, anything? Excuse me? Anything? Do you have anything?
All right, supervisor's report. I only have a couple of things. We adopted our budget at the last meeting. Everything went to the accountant, went to the state. We're under our tax cap, which is a good thing. Next is the Exit 114 public open house is tomorrow, Wednesday, at between 5 and 8 at Emma Chase School. I would imagine it's in the gymnasium. So anybody that's wanting to go there and check it out and, ask any questions that you have, that'll be the time to come. They'll have a lot of representatives there to talk to you and, give you insight on what they're working at and what they're thinking. So, I know Chris has been to a lot of them down in West Warren. when they were down there. A lot of information, so hopefully we get a good turnout there and fill the place. So,
If I can add to that, Mike?
sure.
Um, if you have interest in this at all, make an effort, please, to go out there. It's not just a public information thing. They're really looking to see what kind of turnout that the public has. The more people that we have that come out there and get in, let them know that this is something that we don't want to see happen. The better chances we're going to have to be able to save this thing. They are really looking to get. If nobody shows up, they're going to say nobody cares, and then they'll do what they want to do. So if we flood the place and pack people in there, it's going to make a big impression on them. So talk to your neighbors, get everybody to go out. I don't know. I'll bring donuts. So.
All right. Thanks, Peter. Next, the tree lighting at the town park will be December 5th. It's a Thursday night at 6:00. Santa Claus will be there, a bunch of elves, the Grinch. So come on down, bring your kids. It's a good time. Hopefully it's not 20 degrees and, everybody freezes to death. We will have hot chocolate there. So yeah, December 5th at 6. Santa Claus gets brought in by a fire truck. It's a good time. So bring the kids. Next is there's still a burn ban. Right now up until November 30th. I think there still might go past that. We're waiting to hear back from Governor Hochul on that. But as of right now, November 30th is a cutoff date. So we'll have to see what happens. We're expecting a lot of rain Thursday night. So maybe that'll loosen it up a little bit. So don't burn until after the 30th. All right, that's it on my supervisor report. Next is a 2024 abstract number 24 for $516,069.24. Everybody get a chance to look at it?
Motion to accept.
Motion by John Roofer. Second by Tyler. All in favor?
Aye.
The financial reports, everybody get a chance to look at those? Getting closer to the end of the year. I thought Ann sent them.
No, I don't think we go.
No? All right. Well, if nobody got them, then we'll table this until next month. And then we'll redo that, Karen. All right, just remind me. So I want to make sure everybody looks at them. So approve the minutes of 1/6/24. Motion by Peter.
No, that's Gary.
Oh, sorry. Used to saying the name, Peter.
I'll second it though.
All right, motion by Gary, second by Peter. All in favor? All right. Off to the resolutions. Approve the budget modifications. Motion by Tyler,
Second.
second by Gary. All in favor? Approve transfer of $50,000 from the general fund to the employee benefit procurement liability reserve fund.
Motion to move funds.
Second.
Motion by Peter, second by John. All in favor? Approve cell tower agreement.
Motion.
Motion.
That's subject to attorney approval.
Oh, you didn't get it?
I did a month or so ago, but I just took a quick look at it then.
Okay.
Haven't taken that.
Because we didn't change anything, so.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take another look at it.
Okay. All right. So we'll approve it with Ben's agreement afterwards.
Second.
All right. Motion by Peter, second by John. All in favor? All right. I did tell her it'd be done tomorrow, so first thing. Okay. All right. Approve agreement with Humane Society of Middletown.
Motion.
Motion by Gary.
That's subject.
And this one's also subject to Ben's looking at. All right. Motion by Gary,
Second.
second by Peter. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, committee reports. Don't have too many tonight, but Tyler has one for dog control.
So Jim and Mike met with Vicky the other night, just talking about dogs in the kennel. So she got me some kennel sizes. I drew just a rough drawing for now. We're gonna look at roughly a 30 by 20 building. It's gonna have 5 kennels, one, I guess, like containment kennel, so to speak, for a vicious dog, a sick dog, something like that. And basically, the idea of this is not for people to drop their dogs off to or anything like that. This is solely for the dogs that Vicky picks up. Instead of leaving them in the truck, or if she has to drive all the way to Port Jervis and they say no, then she's gotta go all the way to Walden. Or now Middletown, now we're finally getting another one, but this is for her to put them in, keep them for the 5 to 7 days, and then if no one picks them up, they'll go to those humane societies for adoption.
Now, these also will have heat, water, and air conditioning. It's part of the guidelines that New York State requires.
Can an individual rent these out?
Huh?
Can an individual rent these out?
We'll see you in one of the kennels or something.
In the disturbed dog one.
Mhm.
We've been working on this with Vicky actually most of the year this year, and over the summer it just got really busy with her, and so we're finally getting this started. Any other committees? Jim's got one.
I got a public service announcement. Rifle season opens Saturday and it goes through December 8th. So if you hear gunshots in the woods, it could be related to hunting. Hunters you can't fire within 500 feet of a residence or a dwelling. And I would like to strongly reaffirm there is a burn ban. Don't burn anything outdoors at all. I spent the week in Greenwood Lake and it's so dry out now. There's some exceptions to it. Do not burn anything outside, please.
And just to give it a little, I know there's a lot of people here that go on trails, just to be on the safe side, because a lot of our trails are in the community a little bit, but we're orange. There's still some wild guys out there that just shoot at things. So just make sure if you're walking the trail or walking your dog to make sure you're wearing orange.
Don't wear reindeer hats.
Yeah, no. So anybody else have anything committee wise? No. Any announcements? Anybody have any big announcements coming up? I mean, I mentioned the park tree lighting. No.
No,
Okay.
just come on out tomorrow night.
Yep. All right, next is public comment. 3 minutes each individual, 30-minute max for any new business. If anybody has anything new they want to bring up or just want to talk. All right, not Kathy. No. Hi, Kathy.
Kathy Dawkins. I have an assignment. So the Friends of the Mamakating Library just assisted the library in purchasing 2 tickets, a museum pass to the 9/11 museum that's down in the city. So I want people to know that that's available. You just go to the library to check that out and borrow it. If you want to go down to the museum, you borrow the passes and you don't have to pay for them. Also, some people may not be aware that our library system has a pretty wide variety of tickets that are available to borrow to local museums and events. And as a matter of fact, the most frequently circulated item this year is the Mohonk Preserve Pass. So all you have to do is trot into the library and borrow the pass for the day. And, you can go to the Grahamsville Museum. You can go to any of these things. So anyway,
Do
just
you need
beware.
a library card?
If you don't have a library card, I can help you with that. Library card. I can't fathom not having a library card.
Okay, you don't have to fathom that. Hey.
That used to be the first question I would ask people when I would interview them for a job. Do you have a library card? Can I see it?
No, I can't answer that.
If you're going to borrow these, you need to go to the library in which you belong. So I happen to belong to the Mamakating Library District. I would go to Mamakating, but some of you might belong to one of the different, it's some guy organized this whole system of libraries and fire departments and ambulances and schools in New York State. So it makes no sense. Okay.
Thank you, Kathy. Anybody else have anything? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Andrew Kelly. And I just want to say hello to everyone, the council, neighbors, Introduce myself. I own property. My tax ID number 4041 in Wurtsboro Hills. It's off of Ivy Road. It's not quite addressed, but I just want to get that on the record. I'm here today to present my development plans and request the support for the temporary use of a camper on the property during the construction process. A little background about the development and improvements that have gone. I've taken the responsibility to survey the land, demolish a dilapidated bungalow and an unsafe foundation that were previously there, and preparing the land for a new construction of a single family home. I've already spoken with but that's what leads me to why I'm here making this request. So I'm working with licensed engineers to ensure the new construction meets all building codes and standards. I just asked temporary use of a camper. Currently, a camper is located on the property, providing essential storage for construction materials and tools to access the facilities while construction's underway. This use is temporary and necessary and move forward with the plans to develop the land, and a similar camper has been observed on a nearby property within the hills, supporting a reasonableness of this approach. In Sullivan County, correct me if I'm wrong, zoning practices also allow temporary structures or accommodations during development as long as they are not permanent and do not negatively impact the surrounding community. My request for the council consideration is to acknowledge my rights respectfully to temporary use on the property during the construction process in line with legal precedents and Mamakating zoning practices. If need be, I have flexibility in zoning or permits. I'm open to adjusting the zoning classification to agricultural or another appropriate designation if necessary to allow with the development plans. I also commit to closing any open permits promptly, ensuring full compliance. And in conclusion, I respectfully request the council's cooperation in allowing me to continue with my construction project with undue hindrance. And I'm confident that we can work together to find a fair and reasonable resolution that upholds the law and respects my property rights. And I thank you for your time and consideration.
Andrew, is it?
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew. So we'll have to get some more information on it from our, the building department. It's kind of new to all of us. So let us look into it and come back to the next meeting and we'll have an answer for you.
That's great.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds great. And next meeting will be?
It's December.
First Tuesday of December.
December, got you. Okay, it's every first.
December 3rd. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Andrew, could you just leave your information with Karen?
Absolutely.
Your number and address and everything.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Too, guys. Thank
All
you.
right.
Everyone have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Sherry. No special treatment, Sherry.
I'm Sherry Roofer, and I wanted to ask, where are you putting the dog shelters? Were they here or in the park? What? It's really for Roofer when he's in the doghouse. I'm sending him right there. No, I just was curious. Out back? Oh.
The highway department.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already got first dibs on one of them, so it's
Heat and air conditioning.
Just wanted to remind everybody that we will be putting up the Christmas tree for Mamakating up at the Hurleyville, where we were asked. We have a lot of donations coming in as far as ornaments. I've asked the Boy Scouts, I've asked different groups throughout the village and town to make some for us. The main one that I like is that we're going to put up a star on the top of it, and it is going to read, Mamakating, the mother of Sullivan County. So I think that one will make quite a hit. Also, we are in talks about a group meeting between myself, Sean Moore, and Donna Derlin. We want to start a discussion group, not lectures, discussions. Anybody who wants to ask a question, we'll try to answer it. If not, we'll help you find the answers. Okay, so that's a group that we're going to launch after the new year. Because right now we want maybe to have it put on the site for Mamakating and different places. So, other than that, busy, busy, busy. Thank you.
Thank you, Brianna. Anybody else? No, go ahead, Lori.
Laurie Green first, Kathy. Okay. Yes. Okay. I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. That's all. The board.
Thanks, Lori.
All of you guys, the town. I'm sure like many of you, I'm going to spend the next day holding my stomach and groaning. And we should probably stop and give thanks for the fact that we live in a country where that's a big problem. So.
Thank you, Lori. Brittany, you have anybody online?
I don't.
Okay, thank you. So we don't have an executive session tonight. So also the board would like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and, enjoy your couple days off. So can I get a motion to adjourn? Motion by Tyler,
I'll second that.
second by Peter. All in favor? All right, see you on December 3rd.